Have you ever wondered how many cameras a photographer should own? Now, this question has crossed my mind as well because ever since I've started dabbling into photography, I have only purchased cameras that are workhorses to me. Unfortunately, this has made my photography feels more like work than fun. But then that's me jumping down the rabbit hole of self-poisoning by trying out the Ricoh GR III when I have the chance. So we're gonna test out the GR3 camera today. Let's just see what I can share with you guys with the GR3 because I never shot with this camera before. Oh, by the way, I don't think this is gonna be a full review. It's just that I think I'm gonna get this camera like the next 1.5 hours. You're just gonna play with it really. Yep, ready to go. Now we're just gonna state the obvious over here. It's a point and shoot camera. It's small size. It's gonna be not a workhorse, or maybe it's a workhorse, I don't know. But it is certainly a small size camera and definitely not the A74 that I'm recording in. It's just so easy to bring out. Well, the unique selling point of the Ricoh GR3 and the GR III X is that it has a compact and a lightweight design, making it ideal for street photography and travel. It also features a 24 megapixel camera with a 28mm f2.8 lens for the GR3, 40mm for the GRX, a 3-inch touchscreen LCD, built-in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It shoots 1080p video at 60p with a hybrid autofocus system and in-camera image stabilisation. Now that's plenty of a modern camera, which I feel it is more than a capable camera to produce really good result. 24 megapixel is plenty of a camera. We don't really need 24 megapixel, but having it means that we can shoot, recompose, in post, and then to print. Not that a modern day content creator would do the print part, but that's the intention of a higher megapixel, which we have. This is how a group photo walk is done. I was shooting with the GR3 camera to begin with the 28mm lens, and then after that swap up with the GR III X, which has the 40mm lens after. So this is Andrew. What do you say about face detection?
Got face detect one.
Alright.
Quite snappy.
Okay. Yeah. Now spec-wise, it performs relatively well. It's meant to be a simple camera. There are dials and buttons, of course, for your customization to your heart's content. But sometimes with camera like this, I just want to be clicking the shutter and make those photographs without thinking much, without diving into the technicality and knowing everything about the camera. If it's blur, it's blur. If it's out of focus, it's out of focus. The GR3 focuses relatively well. I mean, I'm pampered with the A74, but it is just enough for me not feeling frustrated while using it. So in the briefing just now, we were told that the ISO for this guy, the grain is just beautiful, film-like and everything. So I'm setting the GR to 12,800 ISO. I'm going to try to expose the KL Tower. Let's check out that photo. Now, I intentionally pushed the ISO high and exposed the shot with noise, as we were told that the result has character, and the reason why this camera is appealing to fellow hobbyists is because of that. Now I'll zoom into 100% so you guys could see the noise grain that was told to me that is nice.
About tab 2. Return to center.
Alright. Now when processing the photos, I applied some of my more contrasty presets to all these shots that you're looking here. I feel like the camera sort of like guided me towards that particular style, which aligned to my personal taste. Now what's appealing about the camera is that it is a small pocket camera, simple to operate, and it's almost disguised itself as a toy camera in this day and age. So that if I'm carrying the camera, people don't take me too seriously as a photographer. And hopefully with that camera, it doesn't feel like I'm invading their personal space when I'm shooting. Which I think that's an advantage and can be fun. Now the 3-inch touchscreen LCD is okay.
My muscle memory made me trying to put the camera up to my eye all the time, but the Ricoh GR III and the GR III X isn't supposed to be that kind of camera. It relies on a 3-inch display for us to be shooting quickly. I can also imagine owning this camera and having multiple batteries to keep it going during a day of photo walking like this if it's gonna be the whole day. One battery just wouldn't cut it.
And I'm back from the photo walk with the Ricoh GR III and the GR III X. So I think there is a space for this kind of cameras out there. Point and shoot, small footprint, carrying the A74, which I'm recording right now with, and this one is just like heaven and earth in terms of like a workhorse versus a fun camera, and this is rather fun, I gotta say. I do not know how the photos will turn out because the SD card's in here. This is my SD card. I'm excited to actually check it out. You guys have been watching throughout the whole entire thing, and you guys been seeing the photos.
How many cameras can one have? I guess I wouldn't have enough. Or I'd rather not know. At the end of the day, this camera is one of that I wouldn't mind owning, but I also think that I wouldn't miss it that much if it wasn't in my collection. It is fun, tiny, and I know I'll come home with a bunch of good quality JPEGs and RAW files after a photo walk. And speaking of RAW files, there are camera profiles embedded in the RAW files that can be processed within Lightroom. That's equivalent to you capturing in camera. Now I'm including the unprocessed JPEGs at the end of this video so you have a reference to how they look like straight out of camera. I had the camera for roughly about an hour plus and swapping between the GR3 and the GR3 X. So I don't think it will do enough justice for me to fully review the camera telling how good the camera is. So what I take away from this video and my photo walk is a bunch of photographs that's created with the Ricoh GR III X, and I hope with that photographs give us a little bit of reference what this camera is capable of. Well, thank you for watching this episode of After Walk. If you like photography content like this, do subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you do like this video, click on the like button. It will certainly help me in my YouTube game over here. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. Take care.